Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the video and congratulations on clicking on this video. If you clicked on it, then it means that you're actually interested in beginning your journey as a trader. And for those of you that know, I didn't get the name Mikey Trades by accident. I absolutely love trading. I love the art and it is my passion. So I am honored to be sharing the opportunity with you guys today. So first things first, what is Forex? Okay, Forex is an abbreviation for the foreign exchange market. Okay, what is the foreign exchange market? Well, it's the world's largest liquid financial market. Let me give you an example. Okay. Whenever you travel overseas, let's say you're going to Europe, right? I'm over here in the US or in South Florida. For those of you that are local, what's up? So when I want to travel overseas, let's say I'm going to Europe, right? I need to actually exchange my US dollars for euros. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. If you go to an airport, you generally see those, currency exchange booths. That's Forex at, its most basic form. Okay, so anytime that we actually, exchange currencies for one another, we're actually participating in the foreign exchange market, guys. Okay, so that's a little bit about what Forex is. Now, Forex is the world's largest liquid financial market. So let me put in perspective. Most of you guys probably know about trading because you may have heard something about stocks. I mean, everybody knows what a stock is, right? We all know that you can buy a stock on like a Robinhood or a TD Ameritrade or whatever, and you can own shares in a company. So trading Forex is kind of like the same idea of trading stocks, but it's a different market. And the reason I preferred Forex personally is because of what you see on the screen right here. Forex is the world's largest liquid financial market, and it does about $7 trillion in daily volume. 7 trillion with a T. That was supposed to be a T. Forget. Okay. So to put in perspective, the New York Stock Exchange only does about $19 billion in daily volume. Now, the billion and the trillion, it's a whole lot of money. But you can tell that Forex has a larger pool of money coming in and out every single day. Now, Forex is very unique. And Forex is unique because it's open 24 hours a week, 5 days. So sorry, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So the Forex market opens on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and it closes on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So within the Sunday 5 p.m. open to the Friday 5 p.m. close, you can actually trade 24 hours a day, which you wouldn't want to do, but you can pretty much trade at any time. Whereas, the stock market, if we were to put in comparison, it opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern and closes at 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. So the stock market's pretty much only open for the 9 to 5 workday, more or less, Monday to Friday. But Forex, it's 24 hours, okay? So what do we actually trade in Forex, okay? As I mentioned a little earlier, whenever you exchange one currency for another, you are actually participating in Forex, right? So that kind of leeways into the next thing I want to talk about. Well, what do we trade? What we actually trade would be the value of exchange rates between different currencies. So back to that, traveling to Europe example. You go to Europe and I don't know, let's say you go to Spain, you want to get some euros. Let's say a euro is worth 1.2 US dollars, right? So every dollar in US money is actually worth less than 1 euro in European money. There's a difference in the value of the exchange rate. 1 US dollar does not equal 1 euro. Euro generally has a higher value than the US dollar. So, if I were to put in $1 to exchange for a euro, I'm not going to get $1 back in the euro. Okay? There's an exchange rate. And these rates fluctuate. They go up and down every day, every week, every month, every year. So something to keep in mind, guys, is that what we actually trade would be the value of exchange rates between different currencies. Okay? If I place a buy on the euro New Zealand dollar, for example, I'm not actually buying a euro and I'm not actually buying the New Zealand dollar. I'm trading the value of the exchange rate, the difference between the two. And we'll get more into that as the course progresses, okay? So stay with me so far and make sure that everything you see on the screen, you're taking a nice little notebook out and taking notes. Guys, this marks day number 1 in your journey to becoming a trader, okay? And I was once told by a very wise man that how you do anything is how you do everything. So approach this like you're a student in college. Right now you're in class and it's time to get your notebooks out, okay? If you haven't already, and if you have from the beginning, shout out to you. You're gonna succeed. So, guys, now we know what Forex is, okay? It's an abbreviation for foreign exchange. Now, we know what the foreign exchange market is, right? The world's largest liquid market. And what we actually trade is the difference in value of exchange rates from one currency to another. So they all work, in pairs. Now, you might be wondering, okay, Mike, that sounds cool, but how do I actually trade Forex? Well, the way you trade Forex is with something called a brokerage account. So a brokerage account is pretty much the financial service company that gives you access to the market, okay? And let me drag this to the left so you can... Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, I made the text a little too big there. Maybe I'll reduce it. There we go. That's probably better. So, sorry, 1 second. Bam. Okay, that's a little bit better. Work with me. Okay, so what the broker is a financial service company that you pretty much, you put money in there and then they give you access to the market. So it's kind of like a bank account that you connect to the market, and you can deposit funds and you can even trade paper money. So some of you guys have probably heard about something called demo trading or paper trading. That would be something you can do under a broker. So even if you're interested in learning, I do not suggest that you finish this video and go put money in the market and figure it out. That is not what you want to do. When you're beginning to learn, you always want to start off with paper money so you can practice, because the last thing I'd want you to do is to lose your hard-earned money. Trust me, I've been there, and you don't want to do that. So take my advice, okay? So yeah, the broker is a financial service company that gives you access to the market, sort of like a bank account that you connect to the market, and they allow you to trade various currencies, okay? So, there's a bunch of different currencies, which you'll see in an upcoming video, and I have it all actually laid out for you guys in a table of contents that I believe is the best order for you to learn stuff. So this marks episode number 1 of my completely free to you Forex Beginner Mastery course. So I'm really excited to, give you this information and help you kickstart your journey to financial freedom, okay? Now, you may be wondering, okay, Mike, I mean, you told me that Forex is a big market. I can trade it with a broker. If I go to Europe, I'm buying euro and that's Forex. Okay, who are the people that put the $7 trillion in the market? Like, where is all this money coming from? You're probably wondering, right? Guys, $7 trillion a day is not a little bit of money. It's a significant sum, So you might be wondering, okay, well, who are the major players, right? So let me double click this, see if technology wants to work with me today. If not, it's okay. Boom. All right, fine. So you might be wondering, who are the major players in the market? This is going to be a key point for you guys to know. The major players in the market, guys, are international banks. Here in America, I can only speak on America because that's where I'm from. We have something called a high yield savings account. So if you put money in a savings account with like a major bank, they give you about, I don't know. I mean, these days today, I think they're around like 4%. But like, how do you think the bank allows you to earn interest on your money? If you've ever put money in your savings account and you see it go up a couple dollars, where do you think that comes from? What the banks actually do, guys, is that they take your money and they trade in the Forex market with your money. And they give you a couple pennies on the dollar, pretty much. So without even realizing it, I mean, if you have a high yield savings account, your money is being traded whether you realize it or not. You can go Google this. I suggest that you go Google this and fact check what I'm telling you, because it's very much true. International banks, they own 70% of the market share. So the people that have the most money to move the market and put money in and out, well, kind of makes sense, right? We all store our money in banks. I mean, unless you got, a couple bands under the mattress, which, I mean, you may be old school, but most of us put our money in the bank, right? So the bank is like this big collector of funds, and they know what they're doing, and they actually make money off of your money without you even realizing it. Now, we're looking at B under who are the major players. Major players would be hedge funds, large corporations, and brokers. So, a large corporation, think of, I don't know, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, when they do these huge, crazy transactions for, their goods and services and all of that stuff that we're not going to get into now, when large corporations that you and I both, use or probably are aware of, when they do transactions, I mean, guys, these companies are massive, right? These are like multi-billion-dollar companies. So whenever they do transactions or they do investments or they buy new products or whatever the case is, well, they're using currency for that. Anytime somebody spends money in any economy, it affects the Forex market. So I want to make that very clear. Literally, money being used affects the foreign exchange market. Now, number one is going to be the international banks. They have about a 70% market share in all of the money coming in the market. Number two, you're going to have hedge funds. You're going to have large corporations and brokers, right? These people, hedge funds and brokers, essentially what they do is that they trade, with your money as well. And the large corporations, when you think of like the stock exchange, and I don't want to get too complicated or off track, but I want to explain this point for just a moment. You think of the New York Stock Exchange, you're trading all major US companies, right? When those companies participate in the market and complete transactions, that's why the stock market goes up. So the stock market is a sub-level underneath Forex. Forex is the grandfather market of all trading. Whether you want to believe it or not, you can go fact check it. It's the oldest standing market. Okay. And I mean, you can even put in perspective the crypto market. I believe the whole market is valued under 1 trillion in total. And there's like a crazy amount of crypto millionaires these days. Put in perspective how much money the foreign exchange market makes available to us. And lastly, us, right? Who's us? People like you and me, we are considered retail traders. So, an average Joe who comes in the market, whether you got a lot of money or a little bit, you're considered a retail trader, okay? And that would be us. We have the lowest contribution to market share, rather, at 5%. So, essentially, the people that affect the prices of different currencies are going to mainly be international banks, hedge funds, large corporations, brokers, and obviously the overall economy, right? No matter if you and I and 1,000 other people placed one trade, we wouldn't even make a dent in the market, right? So a lot of information to cover for your first Forex video, but I really hope that you learned something. So if you did, definitely put a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I always appreciate constructive feedback, and definitely subscribe, because following this video is going to be the rest of what I believe is the absolute mastery level information for a Forex beginner. Now, you can always learn more, but I want to make sure I do my part to giving you my secret sauce of, I wish I learned things in this order. The things that I did learn, I want to share with you, and I want to help you get set up for success. Now, lastly, guys, before we wrap up the video, what is Forex and why should you trade it? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, guys. You're sitting here, and with your phone, with your laptop, you're able to work remotely for yourself. So first of all, you're your own boss. There are no rules, and the opportunity is pretty much endless, about $7 trillion a day. Now, obviously, if we make like 0.0001% of $7 trillion, we're set for life. So the reason I am so passionate about Forex, guys, is because it completely changed my life. I never knew that with a smartphone, you can go on, open up an app, and make money. It's kind of silly, and I was told this back in the day, if your smartphone is not making you money, then it sounds like you got a dumb phone. It's so corny, but it's true. If you could be making money off of the computer that you use to watch Netflix, off of the phone that you use to scroll on Instagram, why would you not be taking advantage of that, or at least taking steps to learn a skill set that could pay you for the rest of your life? Guys, I'll tell you this, and I want to set the record straight, and I'll actually end it with this. Forex is not easy. It's not hard. It's actually simple, but we make it hard for ourselves. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Oh, I saw this guy on YouTube named Mikey Trades, and he said there's $7 trillion a day, and I'm just going to go in here and get a little bit of it. Yeah, but you need to know what you're doing, and I'm going to let you know this. There's a reason that most people who actually trade, I believe the number is 90% of traders fail. So out of 10 people, 9 of them that are trading are going to fail and quit. I want to let you know that off rip. I want to program this in your mind from the beginning. Most people that do this do not succeed. And there is a reason for that. Lack of education, lack of structure, lack of guidance, lack of discipline, lack of strategy, lack of self-control. The list goes on. I'm going to do my absolute best, and you have my commitment that I want to gear you for success and help you actually become a profitable trader. So with that being said, thank you for watching the first video in our Forex Mastery course that is completely free and available on YouTube exclusively. If you enjoyed this video, share it to a friend that might be interested, subscribe, do whatever you got to do, and catch me on the next video, and make sure that you have your notebook ready, because we're going to get into it. All right, guys, you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for episode number 2.